Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about how the Lords of the Fallen CEO declares that his company will never integrate DEI into its games. He responded with, "No, we will not." That's why that's in there in the title, because they have a tweet pulled up that says, "No, he will never do such a terrible thing." Now, when we talk about DEI, we're talking about forced diversity, inclusion, and equity. That's DEI. Obviously, I said it out of order, but you get what I'm saying. So let's get into the article here from Fandom Pulse, saying Lords of the Fallen CEO declares his company will not integrate DEI into its games. Quote, "No, we will not." Following a report that CI Games, the developer of the Lords of the Fallen and the Sniper Ghost Warrior season, which I've pretty much played through all three Sniper Ghost Warrior games. I thought they were all pretty fun games. You know, getting that opportunity to know what it really is to be a sniper in games like similar to real life, because that's it. Kind of, we're going for that realistic feel. When it came to that, would not incorporate DEI into its games. The company CEO doubled down, saying, "No, we will not." During an investor chat published by Strefa in Westero, the company's global marketing director Ryan Hill responded to a question asking, quote, "What is your stance on DEI in gaming?" Hill replied, quote, "We remain committed to producing player-first video games that prioritize an excellent user experience with compelling themes and characters created specifically for core and adjacent audiences." Translates into, we just making a game that's fun for our audience, our core audience that are mostly male, to enjoy, to get some escapism, to get some escape from reality feelings, doing things you cannot do in real life. Quote, "While some video games have recently taken the opportunity to embed social or political agendas within their experiences, such as Dustborn, Saints Row, of the like, it is clear that many players do not appreciate this, and as a result, we have seen a number of high-profile releases underperforming commercially during the last year alone." Also meant to say Spider-Mid 2, because that's why the game is on PC so early. Within a year, the game is already going to PC. He continued, quote, "Our games will always be developed to maximize player enjoyment and commercial success, and as such, we will not be integrating any social or political agencies into these experiences going forward, having observed the high risk this could present." Now, this is a similar message to what the CEO of Saber Interactive said about Space Marine 2, that they just want to have a game that is about escapism and about being fun, which is all the real gamers have. This is what we've been saying forever. We just want games that don't inject any political agenda, political messaging. Obviously, if it's in the background, like a Metal Gear Solid, and it works within the story, okay, fine. But when you push it to the forefront, ahead of story, ahead of gameplay, ahead of the fun, we don't care about that. And that's why, personally, Space Marine 2 was my favorite game last year. For me, it was my game of the year for sure. Because it was just fun, action, gory, fun. And co-op. Co-op is always amazing in games like that. And it had a great feel. You have a great feeling when you're just hanging with your bros, hanging with your friends, just enjoying an awesome action game where you guys can just do whatever you like within the game. It says it right here. That's the message. Over on X, the company's CEO, Marek Taminsky, doubled down responding to an excerpt of WCCF Tech's coverage of the investor chat shared by Pirate Nation. He declared, "Exactly, no we will not." And you can see it right there. This is, of course, the message from the Lords of the Fallen studio. On top of this, Taminsky was also asked, quote, "How much higher are the employee costs compared to having all staff employed in Poland?" He replied, quote, "There is no cost advantage to hire in Poland for us when considering senior employees. We always go for the best in class, every position we are covering with the best available candidate." That's how candidates have always been hired, and that's how candidates should always be hired. Candidates should always be hired based on their merit, not based on race, creed, religion, sexuality, etc. You should always pick the best person for the job, not based on something you can't change, like your race. There is no difference between a white guy and a black guy who could do the exact same job as long as they are performing the job to the best of their abilities and not inserting real world politics into the game. We just want games to be fun again. Sometimes it means we don't hire someone really good simply because we are taking on board an even better candidate. You can hire for slightly less if you go for a freelance contract or B2B, but once you hire based on regular employment contracts, as we do, there are no clear benefits having that in Poland. We don't hire juniors as well. Furthermore, the company's newly appointed Senior Vice President of Development, Tom O'Connor, also fielded a question about the company's new game production strategy and what it looks like in practice. O'Connor stated, quote, "We have a new player-first development approach which ensures that our products meet the expectations of our target audiences as it should and can be tested / iterated / improved many times during development to ensure a much higher quality than before. Additionally, since joining CI Games, we have set up a centralized development support office which oversees all product, working closely with our development teams but ensuring that our products are highly commercial and high-quality releases. We have an extensive internal review process for our titles, constantly evaluating where we are and how we can improve." CI Games Lords of the Fallen released in October 2023 currently has mixed reviews on Steam, albeit recent reviews are mostly positive, more than likely because they've probably updated and patched the game. Again, most companies nowadays in modern gaming are never up to date when they first release a game. There's always patches and updates afterwards because, of course, nowadays you can't just release a complete game. This is a big issue and has been a big issue for a very long time in recent years, in the last decade probably, where developers will just push out a game because they want to get the game out on a specific date that they've had. And you can even see it right there. It says, now includes significant performance improvements and custom difficulty modifiers. So, of course, they've had to improve the game because of performance. And obviously, developers are not pushing out optimized games. But that, again, has been a problem for a very long time in modern gaming. But back then, games would come out complete. There were no DLC, no patches, no season passes, no battle passes. All that stuff, honestly, just needs to go away. I don't understand why the only company that seems to be able to put out a complete game at launch is Nintendo, and a functioning game at launch, which is Nintendo. Yes, there are some instances like Tears of the Kingdom had a little bit of problems, but for the most part, Nintendo seems to be able to put out the best product they can, and it seems like they put out the product with the least amount of problems or none at all. They seem to put out the complete experience when you first get them, and they seem to be winning when it comes to quality of games because they rarely ever miss, in all honesty. They rarely ever miss, and their games, for the most part, come out complete and to high and have high quality at the end of the day. So, good on CI Games for being yet another company that will not back down and submit to the bull crap and put in their woke trash, or put in any woke trash, I should say, into their games. This is how it should be. It should just be all about escapism, not about realistic real world politics. We just want escapism from the real world when we play and pick up and play a game. So, thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below what you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.